Hello and welcome to the August 2015 MTFR monthly update. First, we'd like to welcome our new volunteer members for the month. We have a new duty crew member who is currently living in at Station 201 until the January semester starts. We'd like to welcome Hayward Berkowitz, who comes to us from New York City and will be an F&M student starting in January. So again, he is living in from now until January to try and get some of his entry-level training completed, and then he will move onto campus in January and be a duty crew member at Station 201. We'd also like to welcome Matt Jones, who is a new live-in at Station 204. Matt comes to us from upstate New York and has moved here as a career firefighter at the Coatesville VA hospital facility, so we'd like to welcome Matt on board as well. This month, a couple apparatus notes. We've completed our yearly rotation of structural engines going to the vendor for their yearly inspection and service. Everything is now complete and all those units are back in service. We did have one vehicle where we had a full radiator replacement done, and that was covered under an extended warranty. We're still tracking that to see if that is what's causing a coolant issue in one of the engines, so we'll stay on top of that, but we just wanted to report that that's been taken care of. Our yearly hose and ladder testing is complete. Hose that did not pass and could be fixed by the vendor has already been returned to us. So hose and ladder testing is complete for 2015. A note on our apparatus committee, that project is continuing to move forward. Later this week, the first week of September, the apparatus committee will be making a presentation to the Firefighters Relief Association relative to the vehicles that they own and where the future may lie there. So once that presentation is done and the Firefighters Relief Association has been consulted on our recommendations, then we'll be making those presentations to the volunteers so that you can have that same information as well as that project again moves forward. This month, we would also like to report on two grants that we've been awarded in the past few weeks. Number one, we received a $25,000 micro grant through the AFG grant program from FEMA. This micro grant is very specific to the replacement of some of our hydraulic rescue tools. That will be part of the project of the apparatus replacement. So in the next few months, you will see some information coming out where we will look at new and current technology hydraulic rescue tools that, again, will be purchased with this $25,000 grant that will go on the new apparatus that we are hoping to be able to order in 2016. The second grant that we are very excited to announce is the award of a $152,000 SAFER grant from FEMA. The SAFER grant is very specific in 4 project areas that are geared towards volunteer recruitment and retention. The first project that we were awarded is for new recruitment materials, handouts, and literature. Those will be very specific towards the live-in program, the duty crew program, and come-from-home responders, and we hope to have those recruitment materials designed and available to distribute by the end of this calendar year. The second project funded through this new SAFER grant will allow for the continuation of our Fire Expo booth every year in May. That booth has been fairly successful in recruiting live-ins and duty crew folks, so we're excited to be able to continue that through a grant. The third and fourth project areas are brand new projects for us, and we are very excited because they will be specific towards the retention of our existing volunteers. The third project area is a $200 a quarter stipend specific to duty crew personnel. Now, with that being said, there are some folks here in our system that fall somewhere between the come-from-home responder and duty crew role. So we will be reaching out to all those folks, most likely within the next week or two, to try and solidify where they're going to fall in our system. The $200 a quarter stipend, again, will require a little bit more hours. Instead of the current 8 hours, we're going to require 16 hours a month from those duty crew folks in order to qualify for that money. We are creating a new email address. It will be safer@manheimtownship.org, and we are going to do that so that we can track very specifically the duty crew hours that are fulfilled as part of this SAFER grant. We will require pre-scheduling of those hours, which is why that email address is being created. So a duty crew personnel will be able to email to that address. We will take their hours and document them. We will put them on a shift calendar in that specific station in any of the 3, and then we will again be able to document those hours and have that for audit purposes should FEMA decide to audit our SAFER grant. We will put some more information out that through some very specific emails in the next few days. The fourth project area in that SAFER grant is mileage reimbursement, which will be eligible to all of the volunteers in the system. Although some live very, very close to the firehouse, we will be able to work with everyone where we will have a list of approved functions that mileage will be reimbursed for. So that will be, for example, response to the station for calls, training, duty crew shifts, pub ed, meetings, so on and so forth. Again, we'll have that list published. When a volunteer in our system comes to the fire station to perform any of those functions, we will track their mileage. It will be the responsibility of the volunteer to track the mileage through a system that we provide to them, which will either be a written logbook that will have to be turned in every quarter, or we will be using a mileage tracker app on a smartphone device that you can then forward to us at the end of the quarter. And then quarterly, you will receive reimbursement directly from the township for the mileage that you incurred while performing all of these volunteer duties, and then that mileage is reimbursed to us, the township, through the SAFER grant. So again, some more specific information will come out in the next few days and weeks on that. We're excited to get those programs off the ground as quickly as we can, so look for that information to come out. Training this month, the only training note over and above what Captain Bezic puts out every week, again, is just a reminder for November 14 and 15, structural burn days for MTFR at the Berks County Fire Academy this year. So if you have not signed up yet, get in touch with Captain Bezic. I believe the sign-up sheets for those will be coming out very shortly, and then we can move forward on those burns. Again, we are hoping to fill all the apparatus for both days, so look for that information coming out. A few notes on pre-fire survey for this month. If you're traveling Oregon Pike past the Worthington development, there is a new 3-story mixed occupancy building that is now under roof. That will be very similar to the other 3-story building directly next to the Turkey Hill that is already there. So that will be first floor commercial retail, second and third floor will be luxury apartments, and again, that building is under roof. There has been an approval for Sunset Ridge Phase 2, which is a residential development in the 207 local. You access that off of Mill Pond Drive, off of Weaver Road. So look for 2 additional streets to soon break ground in there and some additional residential units. The Board of Commissioners here in the township has given the preliminary approval to the Belmont project, so they are finishing up here in the next few months. We expect final land development approval probably in December or January, which means the Belmont project on Fruitville Pike will most likely start pushing dirt first thing in the spring. And we again are reviewing the most recent submission for the crossings at Conestoga Creek project, which is the large commercial residential project that would go on Harrisburg Pike, directly across from Longs Park. So stay tuned for some more information on that. Thank you again for watching. As always, everyone has done a great job here for us over the summer. Staffing has been a little bit of an issue with everyone taking vacations and the such. So we're looking for hopefully staffing to improve here in the fall. Public education time is right around the corner, so whatever you can do for us and provide assistance on those programs will be greatly appreciated. As always, stay safe, and we'll see you next month.